doing this from Penrith out of Sydney on this mid-winter's night. It's very cold outside, but hopefully what we're going to tell you is hot stuff. And so hang around with us and we'll tell you our experiences with this wonderful company and the wonderful products that ASEA brings. My name is Geoff and
Akiko.
And so we'll be sharing this presentation for you. I guess it all started with us back in 2015 when I first tried one of the products called Renew 28, which is a gel. And the reason I tried it, the night before I had fallen down the stairs of my house and I'd really badly hurt my foot. We went to a friend of ours who's a naturopath and he diagnosed it as having 3 hairline fractures. I couldn't walk on it, excruciating if I tried, and so the only way I could get around was with crutches. And besides that, it was twice the normal size. And that was the state of it the next day. But when I tried ASEA or Renew 28 on it, within a very short period of time, less than 15 minutes, the foot shrunk back to its normal size, and believe it or not, that I had no pain, and I stood up and I was amazed that there was no pain, and I could walk on it, and the thing is that pain never returned. So it got me in, and so we decided to join ASEA, and I thought to myself at the time, wow, if the ASEA liquid is half as good as the gel, then this must be a very good product. Now, also at that time, I had a very bad chronic, violent cough. Every morning when I'd wake up in the morning, I'd cough like mad, and I'd had that for 2 years. And I'd been to many doctors, 15 different medicos, and all of them felt they had the solution, but none of them did. And so my cough just kept on going, and twice I'd been rushed to hospital, once unconscious in an ambulance. After about 5 months, or fair time actually, that the ASEA liquid didn't seem to make any effect on my cough. I felt that I had much more energy, but I was persistent with it, but it still wasn't working. And then I contacted ASEA, the company, and told them that it wasn't helping my cough. And they said, well, double the dose, because I had just been on the maintenance dose, which was 1 little cup in the morning and 1 little cup in the evening. So I doubled that, and lo and behold, within a week and a half, disappeared, and it never returned, the cough. So we're absolute converts to what ASEA can do, because it's helped us both immensely. Apart from that, what I love about ASEA is the ethos and integrity of the corporation and its founders and directors, Vertus and Tyler Morton. Although I am still full-time as an accountant with a relatively sizable practice, I have ventured into direct marketing before, and I managed, probably more good luck than good management, to be the main, the top income earner in Australia in 2 different other organisations. But however, both those organisations came tumbling down because of the lack of management, I believe, of in the founders and in the corporation that headed it up. So it's not very pleasant when you're on a really good wicket and making a nice sum every week, and then suddenly that stops. So I have never known a company that places so much emphasis on ethos and integrity as ASEA does. And so that gives me a lot more faith in this company, and I feel it will be around for a long, long time. And so I can't stress the importance of that, of a company to belong to. ASEA is the global leader in redox signaling-based health and anti-aging technologies. And after 10 years of research, the products were launched in the market back in 2010. The company's enjoyed significant growth every year. It's financially strong and profitable, with sales expected to exceed a staggering $100 million this year. The company is perfectly positioned ahead of the growth that will come in the next 3 years in the health, wellness and anti-aging industries. We are in the 3 of the world's largest industries, which is, of course, health, beauty and athletic performance. Currently, ASEA is in over 30 countries, with great growth expected from countries that have just recently been launched in Southeast Asia, in Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand and the Philippines. The growth of ASEA manifests from their amazing products, where with the liquid you feel better on the inside, and with the application of gel, you feel when you take the liquid, it goes on from the inside and helps you from the inside out, where the gel helps you from the outside in. The scientific validation of the products is indisputable, there's over 15,000 different published reports which come from hospitals, doctors and universities. There have been 4 Nobel Prizes awarded for those who research redox signaling molecules, the basis of ASEA products. Isn't there another? No. Now we're just going to switch over to our PowerPoint presentation now, and come on, tell me.
ASEA is the greatest scientific and medical breakthrough of our time. After extensive research, laboratory testing, and millions of dollars, a team of scientists achieved the impossible. They stabilized redox signaling molecules outside of the body in perfect balance as they are found in healthy cells. ASEA's patented 3-step processes are: step 1, they use pristine salt water, same as found inside your cells. Step 2, salt water gets broken down into free floating atoms. Step 3, atoms get restructured into stabilized redox signaling molecules. Redox signaling molecules are vital to life and health. Naturally produced inside every cell, detect cell damage so they can be repaired or replaced, increase the cell's production of glutathione, the most powerful antioxidant that protects against cell damage and oxidative stress. Fundamental for the immune system, protecting against harmful bacteria, viruses, and infection. Helps to maintain the elasticity of the lining of our blood vessels within our vascular system during changes in blood pressure.
As we age, of course, our cells produce fewer and fewer of these molecules every year. They're pretty well perfect when we're about to reach the age of puberty, and that's why young kiddies can run around all day and never get stiff or sore. But as we all know, as we get older, we just can't do that. And it's my personal opinion that's because of the pollutions that we have to endure in this 21st century of ours. It's just all around us. Everything we eat, drink, smell is a poison. And the only thing that we can do to cope with this is our redox signaling molecules. But unfortunately, there's just not enough of them to go around to do the job that they were designed to do. So, and also, the older we get, the less our body produces. I'm 77, and really that probably it only produces, my body naturally would only produce about 8% of what I would have produced when I was a healthy 13-year-old. And so therefore, the solution is pretty obvious. Somehow or other, we need to get more redox signaling molecules into our bodies. But let's see what else we've got to say here. As I said before, there is a fantastic amount of scientific validation in regard to these products, but the company did engage an independent company called Turret Laboratories to conduct a gene study on ASEA's redox product. This company is based in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the company provides premium genetic laboratory services to researchers of medical genetics. Its president and founder is Dr. Kenneth Ward, MD. He's a professor of obstetrics, gynecology, and human genetics. He's also chairman of the Department of Women's Health at the University of Hawaii and founded the University of Utah's DNA Diagnostic Laboratory. The company, using double-blind placebo techniques on 60 people with an average age of 35, conducted a gene study over an 8-week period in regard to the effects of ASEA redox. Through signalling pathways, our cells are directed by our genes. Without these pathways, they would not be able to perform their life-sustaining tasks. So what are these pathways, you may well ask? Well, I'll just tell you in a moment, but the wonderful thing about this is the results of the study showed a 20 to 31 improvement in the signalling pathways of every participant. Not just one participant, but every one of those tested had a 20 to 31% improvement, and not just overall, but in every one of the signalling pathways. Let's have a look at what these signalling pathways are. Your natural immune system, inflammation reduction, cardiovascular system, your digestive system, and your hormones. Now, can you imagine having any product, anything that you go into a health food store and a chemist shop and get something that can help all those things? Well, the wonderful thing about it is that it's all in one product, which is our ASEA redox, can help all those with just one product. It's incredible. In June 13, 2016, the Huffington Post, a very well-known and credible newsletter, said that there are 5 emerging technologies in science that will shape our lives in the coming years. Number 1, organic electronics. 2, nutrigenomics. 3, synthetic biology. And 5, neuromorphic engineering. Now, for those of you that are paying attention, and I'm sure you are, you'll note that I missed one, which is number 4. What's that? 4 is redox signaling technology, which they said is a new technology is emerging that inserts healthy redox signaling molecules into your body, helping to repair and replenish your aging cells. Now, guess what? There's only one company in the world that provides redox signaling molecule. It's the world's first and only redox signaling supplement put out by ASEA. There's top performers, and Breezer Larson and Cody Miller won Olympic medalists, used these products, and they won medals at the Rio Games. Top of that, so did Eddie Hall. He didn't win medals, but he's the world's strongest man. And there's thousands and thousands of other famous athletes that use ASEA and can give testimonies in regard to that. But and what I do, if I want to find something out, if I've got somebody who does something like a triathlon or something, I just Google triathlete ASEA, and there are heaps of testimonies come up in regard to that. But why do they use it? Well, it's because it contains no banned substances and empowers athletes to experience remarkable improvements in endurance, strength, recovery, and mental stamina. As Akiko just told you just a moment ago, ASEA is made purely from salt and water. It's not salt and water, though, because it's been charged with electricity to change the molecular structure. But it is based on salt and water, so there's just no bad substances.
ASEA is the only place in the world where you can get these exclusive breakthrough certified products. It's certified by Bioagiletics, which is the world leader in bioanalysis of molecules. It's proven 100% safe, non-toxic, native to the body, gluten-free, cruelty-free, clinically tested, quality assured, no parabens, no artificial colors, no animal-based ingredients, no sulfates, no propylene glycol, products you can trust. Renew 28 is whole body therapy at the cellular level. Simple, safe, proven, affordable, and effective. Only 4 simple ingredients: water, sodium chloride, sodium magnesium fluorosilicate, monosodium phosphate. Renew Advanced is it's the most advanced face and whole body revitalizing skincare system available, and only redox signaling skincare system in the world. The Renew 28 and intensive redox serum provide redox signaling molecules for the skin. The cleanser and moisturizer rejuvenates the skin and increases the effect of Renew 28 and the redox serum.
I should let you know that cosmetics is a great cover-up, and really most cosmetics that women put on their faces, and men for that matter, I guess, are very dangerous. And for instance, most are toxic, many cause biological mutation, they can cause reproductive complications and cause tumours, whereas Renew 28, as we said, is safe because it contains 0 harmful chemicals.
Renew 28 was tested by and awarded the coveted 5-star stamp of approval from the Dermatest Research Institute, a respected global company based in Germany. The tests were performed using high-resolution cameras and showed amazing results. Independent clinical studies over 4 weeks showed skin cell renewal to have improved 16%, smoothness improved by 23%, wrinkles reduced by 23%, elasticity improved by 20%, and amazingly, blood flow increased by 50%. So when you apply Renew 28 on your body part where it's hurting, injured, or stiff, quite often if you apply 3 times in 5 minutes, if you measure in scale 1 to 10 how much the pain was before and after, it often reduces and sometimes gone. That's because more blood flow is in that area. It's 100% safe, non-toxic.
And of course, why the blood flow is important, because blood contains oxygen, and oxygen is the greater healer. So the more oxygen you can get to something, the more likely it is to heal. This is a picture of some of the people that have been tested with using Renew 28. And this young lady had a scar on her nose that was there from the age of 3. And after 28 days, presto, no scar. This is a young fellow with really bad skin problem. And after 28 days, well, see for yourself the result. This is a lady called Rosie. He comes from Austin, Texas. And here she is at 80 years of age and looking, I'm afraid, every inch of her 80 years of age. And her naturopath took this photograph of her and then sent it away to apply 28, Renew 28 every day. After 28 days, she rang and she wanted to cancel her order. And he said, well, come back in. And she came back in and he took another photograph of her and then showed her the difference. Needless to say, Rosie's on the product today. This is another fellow called Marty, which Akiko and I had the pleasure of meeting. And he's a scientific vet, and or veterinary scientist, I think is the word. And he decided to be very scientific about Renew 28. So he just applied it in 28 days just on one side of his face. This was the result. So you've got one half as a much younger man, as you can see. We met him well after this, and he's been putting Renew on both sides, so he's a much more balanced person these days. This is another doctor who's obviously got a skin problem there. And this is a photograph of him before. This is one after 28 days. And look at the difference. Wow. This is another lady, and after 6 weeks, it's the difference. Well, I assume it's a lady. I'm pretty sure it would be, eh? And this is another person, another lady. After 28 days, look at the difference. This is a lady with the traditional tuck shop lady arms, and I love this photograph. After 28 days, well, look, don't you think she looks much younger? So the point here is that Renew 28 is not just for the face. It can be for any part of your body, and you can use it to take away pain, but you can use it also for cosmetic reasons. And this is somebody with stretch marks. Put it on after 28 days, woo, just about gone.
Is there a placebo effect? Animals can't have placebo effect, can they? This is our friend Stevie's cat. So this cat had flea infestation. He applied 14 days, Renew 28. He said he was a little bit lazy. He didn't do it every day kind of thing, but still healed like this. He was quoted, I think he said $2,000 by the vet to cure this problem. So yeah, it shows how Renew 28 does a good job. This is Geoff. He fell down the stairs again in overseas trip, and he took a selfie. 2 days later, when he came back, the bruise has extended up down to his chin, and I thought, oh, he looks like Phantom of Opera. I couldn't say that to him though. After 28 days of applying Renew 28, he is looking like the photo on the right.
Yeah, back to my normal 77 years of age. And Akiko, that is how old I am, by the way, and my beautiful wife here, she's 61. So we do put our wonderful looks down to the fact that we are using Renew 28, and let's face it, I wasn't always as beautiful as this. Recently, Sia brought out another product called Via Source, and I love talking about this because this is also an incredible product. And the thing is that while redox is the labour force, it's the redox is going through our body, helping and building up our immune system. It won't work effective unless we have the right kind of nutrition, and it's very difficult to get the right kind of nutrition today in our shops. So we need that combination of good nutrition with the redox signaling molecules, and they're really designed to work in tandem with one another. But why do we need nutrition? Well, our soils have been overfarmed. This means our plants are depleted in nutrition. And if that's the case, when we have these food that's depleted of nutrients, we get sick. And that's why we need really, really good nutrition. Now, the Source is a whole food-based micronutrient supplement that provides optimal support for cellular health and wellness. It's designed to work in tandem with the ASEA redox, which I've just said a moment ago. There are three major qualities, and the one is the quality of the ingredients. We only use superfoods. 2, it's 100% organic plant-based, and they're made from whole foods. Now, that's really important. If you have, say, take an orange and eat the whole orange, that's really much better for you than trying to extract just the vitamin C or ascorbic acid from that orange, because your body absorbs more of the ascorbic acid if you eat the whole orange. 2, the biodiversity of the ingredients. It doesn't make sense to just have only one fruit or vegetable. You know, we know that there are many organisations that promote one particular fruit or one particular vegetable. Well, to me, that's ridiculous. So I believe that God designed us to have different fruits as they come in different seasons. And on top of that, the products are sourced from ancient plants. You go into the store and you say, buy a tomato, it's not designed for its nutritional basis. It was designed so it travels well. And in doing that, it hasn't got nearly as much nutrition as, say, the original ancient tomato that it came from. So the foods that we are used here is the ancient plants before man meddled with them, and therefore at that stage they got much more nutrition. There's a lot of sea vegetation or kind of seaweed, and these are harvested in pristine areas such as the ocean around Iceland. 3, the bioavailability of ingredients. Most vitamins are too difficult to digest, and it's been shown that when we have minerals and vitamins that we're used to taking, our body really only takes about 5% of it. But through a special bi-amplify absorption process that a seer uses, we get much closer to 100% of the vitamins in it. So therefore, I have tried other vitamins in the past, and I know I get more out of this product than I do of the ingredients. And I'll tell you a story about that in a moment. The idea is we take 4 tablets every day, and that gives us 100% vitamins of A, C, D3, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6 and B12, and 100% of selenium, chromium, manganese, 70% of vitamin E, 40% of calcium and zinc, 28% of iron and 28% of magnesium. Having said this, this product is not for resale, it's a personal use only, but if somebody wants it, and I think everybody needs it, then all we do is sign them up and they can get them themselves, not a problem. What are the superfoods? What are the 24 superfoods that are in this? Well, it's alfalfa, barley grass, oatgrass, wheatgrass, pomegranate, raspberry, blackberry, grape, goji berry, cranberry, blueberry, blackcurrant, blackberry, axaya, acerola, chlorella, spirulina, broccoli, sea kelp, cabbage, kale, parsley, dandelion, and dulse. So what have I just said? Well, all this comes from one bottle. They're all certified organic, they're non-GMO, gluten-free, 100% vegan, and patented absorption complex. Now, unfortunately, I've had for quite some time, as most men my age, by the way, actually I've been told it's 80% of men my age have a prostate problem. What does that mean is for the last couple of years, I've had to get up about 5 times a night to go to the toilet, and when I get there, I'm busting to go, but nothing really works, and it takes me probably 10 to 15 minutes before I can get the waterworks going. If you do that 5 times a night, it's obviously they're going to be much tighter the next day. After being on this product for 2 months, I've suddenly discovered that I haven't got this problem anymore. And as far as I know, this is the only thing that I've done that's different. So I think there's a huge market out there and a huge need for people that are, say, over 70 or over 65, in effect, that really can use this product. To join, it costs $60-odd, $69 with shipping, and with that you get a welcome kit, digital brochures, sample tubes, mini drink bottles, website, back office, position in the compensation plan, and that allows you to purchase the goods at wholesale price. Plus, you'll buy either 4 tubes, which will cost you $206, or 4 bottles of the liquid, which will cost you $199. Or you can get a combo of the same with 4 bottles and tubes, and I'm told I've got that down wrong. That's what, $360? And there's other combinations you can get too. Like if you want more, obviously like anything else in life, the more you buy, the cheaper it is. I think we're just about out of time, so I won't really go into this part of it, which is how you can make money from it, except to say that I found that it increased at the rate of our business increased at probably about 50% on average per month. and we became diamond in 17 months. To me, it's the best business that I've ever seen. Now, as an accountant, I see about 4 or 5 businesses a day, perhaps 5 to 6 days a week, and I've been doing this for over 50 years. And all I can say when I look at the ASEA business is, wow. The average diamond, by the way, earns $18,000 per month. That's right, not per year, but per month. And all we've done, we never really promoted it or went out to make money out of it. We just couldn't help trying to share the health benefits with our friends. And the result of that has been quite staggering. So having said all that, I will just go through that because somehow or other I've talked a bit long tonight. And Akiko will tell you that.
This presentation has been brought to you by an independent ASEA associate and not ASEA the company. The ASEA products is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or health condition.
So join the team now, enjoy better health, make money, and have some fun. Live younger, longer. If there's any questions, we'll take them. I'm not sure who's on next week. I don't think it is Justin. No, it's not Justin and Nicole. Next week, it's David Hay from Melbourne. He's very good, and I really recommend you to him.